Hello everybody, hope you're all doing fantastically well. I'm sat down on the pavilion. It's Leeds United taking on Southampton at the weekend. I've got a little bit of business in Leeds today, so I thought I'd get the shades on. I thought I'd come along that absolutely horrendous road and come to Leeds, and yeah, it's a lovely day. As you can see in the background here, we were here a little bit earlier on in the month, and we've been here a couple of times actually, as I face John Charles from the 59 team there, as I face a lot of the Bielsa side there, Terry Yorath, David Stewart, Alan Clark, Mick Jones, all the good boys from previous eras and all the successful eras at Leeds United. Now, can this be a successful period for Leeds United? Of course it can. Can Leeds get promoted? Of course they can. I did a bit of a breakdown yesterday, which I would encourage you all to go and watch, and it was on, you know, how Leeds United can be successful this season. It's also looking at the pros and cons of Daniel Farke, you know, taking this squad forward and how he needs to adapt going forward. And honestly, the discourse as I get up and walk, because I can't sit down and chat to you guys for the whole period of time, the discourse and the discussion in the chat, a lot of you disagreed with me, a lot of you agreed with me, but what I tried to do was make a little bit of a balanced video. You guys, some of the comments were fabulous, made me think a lot, and that's the thing, you get you know, unfortunately certain people in this space who have very closed mindsets when it comes to content creators, and be careful what you wish for merchants and all this sort of stuff, which is just putting hysteria in front of logic, really. Be careful what you wish for. I've never been of that mindset. I'll make my own sort of judgments and opinions based on data, but based on the eye test as well. But be careful what you wish for. No, that's never been in my mindset. I don't think it's in any of your mindsets. You know, I was talking to the fantastic Joe Wainman a little bit earlier on today, and Joe was talking to me, and we were having a bit of discussion about Leeds going forward, and you know, about the next step really. And Joe thinks, look, we're going to struggle to get through the playoffs, and listen, I'm weirdly, this is weird with me and Joe, I'm not of that opinion right yet. You know, I'm really not of that opinion right yet, but I still think that we've got a chance in these playoffs. We'll wait and see what happens. But yeah, as I take a stroll around Elland Road on this beautiful day, is this day symptomatic of maybe Leeds United's Premier League hopes? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still a little bit more enthusiastic that we can do something in the playoffs, but it is all dependent on the manager. The manager who got into some certain things earlier on today, and we're going to get into that in just a little bit. But yeah, the manager's got some big decisions to make, some big tactical decisions to make. But what I want to encourage all you One Leeds subscribers to do is always on this channel, when you're part of this community, I want you to always be confident in your opinion. Let me know in the comment section below, always, if you agree, disagree, maybe kind of agree, kind of disagree with what I'm saying, with what Gabe's saying. Cage will be coming on the channel soon, Brownie, and I want to encourage that. I never want to encourage you guys to think to yourself that yeah, that's it, and you know, you shouldn't have this opinion because certain people are ramming it down your throat. Never think that. I always encourage subjectivity, even if I don't agree with you. So yeah, I just wanted to get that message out. I don't want to be a bit of an echo chamber for certain opinions here. But yeah, as we sit down, I'll get through the team news, everybody. So it looks like the three that we thought might be back for this one are not going to be back for this one. Patrick Bamford, Dan James and Connor Roberts, which is a bit of a shame. I'd have loved to have seen Connor Roberts been involved at some stage, whether or not it's an impact off the bench, whether or not it's him starting, giving Archie a little bit of a rest. I'd have loved to have seen Pat just spearheading that attack again, because I don't feel that Joseph's going to get any sort of impact in this team whatsoever. I think it is just going to be a Pat Bamford or Joel Perreault sort of scenario, really, which I'm not a massive fan of, as you guys know, but Pat Bamford does give you that little bit of spice that Perreault just doesn't give us at this moment in time. I was mentioning on the stream this morning that aside from Perreault at this moment in time, I'd be looking at Joe Gelhardt, and it's not about his experience at Sunderland, it's not about his experiences this season for Leeds United, it's about his technical ability in certain pockets and how he can influence games, which we've seen Joe Gelhardt do before. So for me, I'll be looking at him as an alternative at this moment in time to Joel Perreault. I don't think the manager will do that, but I think at least exercise that for the Southampton game. I think that's a good way of doing it. But overall, I think Daniel Farke still has options, right? You know, if you want to rest Crysencio Somerville, Jaden Anthony is a more than brilliant replacement. His delivery is pinpoint. His shimmy onto that right foot and delivery into the box, his timing is very, very decent. His balance is very elegant. And I'm a massive fan, a really, really big fan of him. So the three that were coming back, who probably are not going to be back for this one, it's a bit of a shame. But Daniel Farke still has those options. Now, he was speaking about the psychological impact. He was speaking about the budget at Leeds United. Should we have got promoted ahead of an Ipswich? Well, Ipswich haven't got the millions and millions and millions that Leeds have got from the parachute payments, but Ipswich are a bankrolled club and have developed this squad and been able to keep hold of certain personnel for a couple of seasons now, and that sort of camaraderie, that sort of unit that has built up under Kieran McKenna is nothing to be understated, really. And you've got to look at the manager as well. So I think that question is a little bit misleading because, listen, we didn't have to have millions and millions and millions of pounds when we had built up that unit, camaraderie and upward trajectory ultimately under one Marcelo Bielsa. So yeah, I think really, really interesting questions there. He was speaking about the QPR defeat. He feels like his team are going to be bouncing back from that QPR defeat. He's ultimately disappointed. He's not ruling the automatic promotion out just yet, but I think, listen, Daniel will know ultimately that he was mentioning previously, and he's always mentioned that the last 6 games, I will look at the other results, and listen, the last 6 have been horrific. Have been absolutely horrific, and he'll know that. He's not stupid. As I just stand in front of here, these trophies that we have won, can we do this again in the playoff final, please, Leeds United, please? But this could be the resurgence of all resurgences. You know, if we're able to galvanise this squad, if the manager is able to get his tactical nuance over and develop and be a little bit pragmatic in these final games and get a few new ideas over to the players, the staff, and obviously the fans as a sort of conclusion to that, we can win these playoffs. We can. And do you know why I say that? I am downbeat. I think the manager's been at massive fault for the past 8 games because systematically he's the one picking the players. If players are out of form, he can take them out. He can make substitutions. But ultimately, the calibre and the squad is something that we've not faced since 05-06 under Kevin Blackwell, with the likes of David Healy, Rob Hulse, you know, Eddie Lewis and co, Gary Kelly. We haven't had that calibre when we've been in these playoff finals since. We really haven't. We haven't had that calibre of player relative to who we're up against. So that is something that has to be taken into massive context here. I'm much more confident than I was going into the 18-19 playoffs when we had Derby and Villa, ultimately with Tammy Abraham, Jack Grealish and co in that side. Conor Hourihane as well, of course, his pomp and John McGinn. So this Leeds United side have a lot of calibre, a lot of quality, and I don't think they're done. I really don't think they're done, but it is on the manager to get these young players back up to that next level. It's on the manager to really galvanise this squad, and if he's able to do that, he will become a hero at Leeds United. If you get this team up, ultimately, you're a hero, and that is it. You know, of course you are, because Leeds United being such a historic club, as you can see here, for all you rival fans who watch the channel. I know there's a couple of Leicester fans who'll still be watching. There are quite a few accolades up there. But this is a historic club and the badge does weigh heavy. And Daniel Farke will know that. This is not like going into a playoff game with Norwich, with the greatest of respect. And even Borussia Mönchengladbach, I think the pressure is much higher at Leeds United. That badge weighs heavier. But listen, what I do want to encourage is discourse. I've mentioned this at the start, is discussion. Unfortunately, you get too many people on social media and too many people in the YouTube space who don't encourage opinion, don't encourage debate and discussion. It's ultimately just, you're an idiot if you have this opinion, which I think is quite arrogant. And I don't ever want you guys to feel like that in the comment section. Get your thoughts in the section below. We're going to have some real good debate and discussion coming up on the channel, and I can't personally wait. It's going to be between myself and Gabe. We're going to have KG on, we're going to have Oscar on, we're going to hopefully have Joe on at some point as well, speaking to Joe earlier on today. Brownie, obviously, loved having him on, so we've got some really good things coming on the channel, but I'm predicting this is going to be a tough game for Leeds. I think Southampton are going to come and try ruin, I don't know, it's not a party, is it? I guess we've still got the, you know, we're both in the same position, which could work into Leeds' favour, really, because Southampton are going to come and play. We just have to get the hoodoo of the home form, out the way. We also have to get the hoodoo, if we've been brutally honest, of of teams now like QPR trying to play against Leeds and us struggling to break them down, and struggling to get in the game. Farke's got a lot to figure out, in my opinion, for this game. I did a bit of a QPR tactical breakdown. You guys can check that out on the last stream, the breakdown we did last night, and you'll see where Farke was tactically outclassed by Marti Fuentes. Things like that need to be improved. Areas in this Leeds United side have to be improved, and I think development has to occur with the manager as well. Is that going to happen now? I don't know, but do Leeds have enough quality to get over the line? I think so. So that's the big news from the press conference, everybody, as I leave you here from Elland Road and I go to a little bit of a business meeting regarding the channel, which should be exciting stuff. It's that the 3 men that we thought could possibly be out are out, but am I disappointed? Naturally, yeah, I guess so, a little bit. But do we have enough with Matteo Joseph, with Joe Gelhardt, with Jaden Anthony, with Charlie Cresswell, with Glenn Kamara, all as potential replacements for Leeds? 100%, we've got enough. Guys, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Daniel Farke, this seems to have rumbled on for quite a while now. Are you in? Are you out? What do you think to the news today? What do you think to the One Leeds Fan Channel? Keep getting your comments in the section below as always, everybody. Do you like the sort of in real life stuff? We can do a little tour of this place if you want at some point. A little tour, have my thoughts, do a bit of a nostalgia trip. And yeah, guys, great to see you. I'll see you on the other side. Cheers. This is it.